Hello and good day, folks. So, today's date is Friday, July 31st, 2020. And in this video, I am going to do something that I haven't done for a very long time. And I have only done 3 times on this channel. Story time. I did one story time video about the time that I was almost hit by another driver on July 31st, 2017, exactly 3 years ago today. I had done another story time about in computer class, the teacher and some students watching my YouTube channel, which I had made on December 11th, 2017. And the time I almost got caught chewing gum in class, which I had uploaded a story on October 21st of 2018. So this is going to be the 4th time I do a story time video. Now, for this one, number 1, it's not like a recent event. It was an event that happened 2.5 years ago. And number 2, I was thinking about doing a documentary about that event that I'm about to tell a story about right now. But it is a bit hard for me to do it because I didn't even mention it at the time in the vlogs on my other channel. But it is true. This story time is gonna be the time that I had been suspended from school. Yes, it's true. Once I did get suspended, but it wasn't like one day I was told about it and the next day I was suspended because I had some exams to do in between for 4 days. For 4 days I was sitting in an exam room doing exams. And after the exams, it was weekend. And after that, me in suspension. And let's begin this story anyway. So, it was just a Monday morning that began like any other morning at school. Getting class registration. But first class into the day, I was collected and we were discovering what the heck was going on. And it turned out to be some emails. And it was not just a short checkup. I had been meeting with them for at least half an hour. And we were just checking. First of all, we were just checking some emails. And I was thinking, which one is this and which one is that? And then the principal said to me, did you do this? Did you say that? Did you really send this? Because they thought of like a hacker or something. And then they realized that, well, I might even believe that. But then the meeting didn't even end there. It continued further. Like they checked further emails. And they weren't like spam emails, but they were just different than spam. I had been in that office for 30 minutes minimum. And when I left, I was like, what the heck was that? And later that same day, I had to come back there again. And we were continuing to talk about this email thing. And they had finally investigated the problem. And as a result of that, I was put down to suspension. On the day that they told me about my suspension, they didn't say whether it will be inside school or outside school. But they have put it to several days later. As I said, due to some examinations that I've had. Of course, I couldn't be suspended when I had an exam to do. So after the exams, that was when I was suspended. And the meeting ended with, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop, bro. Leaving school that day, holy hell, you guys. I was on the bus just like any other afternoon. But on that afternoon, I started the bus journey watching some basketball league, some people doing major slam dunks and hitting each other, fouling each other. And then I was listening to some Avicii music on the bus when we got to the middle of the journey. There was one part of the road that it was jammed up, so I decided not to take that one, but some other road. And towards the end of the journey, I decided to move from Avicii music rather to some Eminem and some Jennifer Lopez music that I decided to listen to. And not like think about my suspension at all. When I got back home on that day, my mom wasn't even at home there was a cleaning lady that was just ironing stuff. She only came about 25 minutes later, and I said hello to her, and she just said, hey. And I saw her red bag in her hand. A red bag, I don't know what it was about, and I don't know what was inside the red bag, but I told her, you bought a red bag, it's nice. And she said, yes, but I know what happened at school today. Yes, you guys, I still remember exactly what she said. Up to today, July 31st, 2020, I still remember the exact words that were said. And it was so interesting, mate. Later, we had dinner and we kept going through this thing, and then throughout the rest of the week, we were investigating more and more what happened, and my parents had to have a meeting with the principal, and it was, I was in an exam, and they were just having a big talk about it. Many students left at the end of the exam, but I stayed because I had another exam to do. My God, that was so damn interesting, because throughout the weekend, they finally let us know, and it turned out that my suspension turned out to be ISS, in school suspension. So one day came where I had the suspension, and I would just go up to an isolated room with the principal, and I would work in that room pretty much the whole day. My break time would be different, and my lunch time would be different than anybody else. However, it turned out to rather be less complicated. Like, I still had plenty of work to do, but there wasn't like too much major limits. Like, I could still do one bit of work at one time and then go back to it if I get really confused after moving on to another subject. But thankfully, the next day, finally things got back to normal after that one-day suspension. Yeah, that was a very interesting experience that I have had in my life. Just like a few months earlier when I did a hike with the rest of my school. Me and my mom were pretty silent with each other for 4 days before we know further about it. That was just a crazy experience. Alright, so this is the end of the story. Now, I hope you liked it. And if you liked it, then some other day I will continue making some interesting experience stories about some interesting and unbelievable experiences that I have had in my life. And I could even upload a documentary of it if I find one part very interesting between 2016 onwards, because I might even tell you a part from when I was 7. Anyway, guys, subscribe and like, and I will see you some other time.